Welcome back. We know spring break is underway. People are planning other trips too, and you're wondering maybe if you can afford going on another vacation this year with rising costs and an uncertain economy. Joining us with tips on how to budget and save for those vacations is Kathy Dewitt, President and CEO of Dewitt and Dunn Financial Services. Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you. You know, travel means so much to people, and it's good to have something to look forward to, but it's tricky right now, Kathy. What is the outlook for travel in 2026?
Well, 2026 looks pretty awesome as far as what we're seeing across the board, but it's interesting to see that over the last 10-year airfares are down just a little bit. I know that we've seen some rising price due to the oil issues that we have currently. Hotels are actually down 2% over last year. And availability and people having the funds to travel really seems to be the issue right now. So a lot of people are looking at AI technology to help them plan their trips and making sure that they take advantage of all the deals that are out there. So that's really a great tool that's now available to us.
Kathy, what can families do to start saving money and make their trips more affordable?
Well, it's really the planning process, right? One of the biggest challenges that we see is dining when we're going out and about with our family over a week. And you've got to take a look at maybe preparing meals while you're on the road or going to a grocery store. But food costs are really the thing that's driving the cost of vacations. Are up over 50% over the last 10 years. So make sure that we do that. And let's get specific. We need to make sure that we have line items for our budget, whether it's lodging, food, entertainment, souvenirs, everything, because we need to stay on track. And if we want to spend a little bit more money on food, well, that's okay. We need to reduce our budget in some of the other areas. But you want to prioritize really what's important to you while you're on your vacation, because this is a very important event that you're going to remember for years to come.
And that's the tricky part, right? Because I know when I'm on a trip, it's just swipe, 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 and the limit does not exist. So what are some other ways we can stay within our budgets while traveling?
Well, speaking of that, that's the challenge, right? So a lot of people have a tendency to spend twice as much when they're using credit cards versus using cash. So we need to sit down and we need to plan with our family. And I think one of the things that's interesting this year is a lot of vendors and restaurants are offering discounts for people that use cash because the expenses that they're seeing on credit card charges. So that's something you might want to consider. The other thing is you need to communicate your plan with all of your relatives and everyone that you're traveling with. Sit down every single day and in the evening, review the plan, make sure that you're on target and making sure that you're having a good time. But having these conversations of making sure that we're on budget is very difficult, but you'll be very thankful in the end. And the thing I always say to my clients is, now that we plan for our trip, we need to be planning also for our retirement, because you just can't show up at the end hoping that it's going to get financed. So with all of these conversations about having fun, let's also plan for our future, and that begins today.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kathy. We know that traveling is big for people and money is a big part of that. So thank you so much for joining us with that advice. And we'll be right back.